Bienvenidos, chicos y chicas. Welcome back, boys and girls, to week 8. This is lesson 8, everybody, and you will get assignment 8. Can't believe it, 8 weeks. Anyways, I just wanted to come over and show you guys this cute restaurant from the local area. The name of this restaurant is Deja Blue, and it's a really neat place. Even though it's kind of small, it overlooks a little waterfront lake here. And it has mostly Spanish and Greek and some French cuisine. And the food here, you can get it more as dinner, and sometimes they do offer brunch. It's a really beautiful place. I wish the fountain was on because I wanted to show that to you. But due to the situation that we're going through with the pandemic, they have turned that off. So as I was saying, the name of this restaurant is Deja Blue. It's been here in this area for about 10 years now. And the decor inside is really quite beautiful. They have real olive trees in there, lots of small lights, and just a really neat decor. It's worth seeing if one day you're able to come out here. It's Deja Blue. And another thing I wanted to say to you guys is that this week is the week of May 4th. And all assignments are going to be due on Friday, May 8th by 1 p.m. I also just wanted to take a moment to thank all those children who've been turning in their Spanish assignments in on time. Some of you are actually turning it in before Friday. I appreciate that so much, boys and girls. That really helps me get those assignments graded and recorded and put into gradebook for you. I'm just showing you now the area where the fountain is located, which, like I said, is turned off. And here you see some outdoor seating underneath that white tent. It's really quite pretty. They also have an area for outdoor seating on the other side, which a lot of people like to enjoy when they come to Deja Blue. So boys and girls, thank you very much for tuning in for week 8. Like I said, lesson 8, week 8, assignment 8. And you are looking again at a very nice restaurant here in the local area called Deja Blue. And it's been here about 10 years now. Just a little panoramic view here for you before we say goodbye. And it's really nice. Also at nighttime, this is really pretty, the way they decorate it with lots of lights at night. All right, boys and girls, so I think it's time to get inside and let's get to work. Bienvenidos, chicos y chicas, to Español con Webster. Welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Today is lesson 8, assignment 8, week 8, and this video is for grades 5th and 6th. Hope everybody had a great weekend. All right, guys, so today we're continuing on with our chapter number 2, capítulo 2. The title of our chapter is Alumnos y Cursos. It's all about students and class subjects and course subjects. All right, guys, so let's start out with our objectives. What is the objective? What is the goal of this video? Well, we have Monica here with us today. Monica, can you read our first objective real quick?
To introduce more course-related vocabulary.
Excellent. We're going to introduce more course-related vocabulary. Last week we did some of those vocab words. Today we're going to continue. Number 2, Monica.
To be able to express that a certain class is easy or hard in Spanish.
Good. You're going to be able to express that. And the third one, Monica.
To be able to write course subjects appropriately in Spanish.
Good. I'm going to introduce to you some course subjects. Some course subjects could be la historia, history, or la clase de español, Spanish class. Okay, quinto grado y sexto grado. All right, 5th and 6th grade. Before we continue with our vocabulario, and before I introduce that to you, this video is the week of May 4th. All assignments that I will present to you at the end of this lesson are due May 8th, 2020, Friday by 1 p.m. All right, guys, so let's look at the new vocab for this particular lesson. Can you read number 1? Victoria. Let's have Victoria read number 1.
Bastante difícil.
So bastante difícil means pretty difficult. I'm sure some of you have had a class in school that you can say, wow, it's a pretty difficult class. Victoria, is there any classes that you find pretty difficult?
Trigonometry.
All right. So she would say, la clase de trigonometría es bastante difícil. All right. Bastante duro. Victoria, what does that mean?
Very hard.
Right. Very hard. Or let's say pretty hard. Maybe some of you don't like geography, so you would say, la clase de geografía es bastante duro. All right. What's difícil, Victoria?
Difficult.
Good. And what's fácil?
Easy.
Good. So let's think of a class that's easy for you, Victoria. Tell us something that's easy for you. What class?
English.
English. So you would say in Spanish, la clase de inglés es fácil. All right. What does el curso mean, Victoria?
The course.
Good. And what's el profesor?
The male teacher.
Right. And specifically, is it teacher or professor?
Professor.
Good. The male professor. So here we have profesor ends in an R, and it does mean a male professor. What's la profesora, Victoria?
The female professor.
Fantastic. The female professor. Boys and girls, I'm going to go through this. While you're at home, please repeat after me. Victoria will repeat after me. Bastante difícil.
Bastante difícil.
Bastante duro.
Bastante duro.
Difícil.
Difícil.
Fácil.
Fácil.
El curso.
El curso.
El profesor.
El profesor.
La profesora.
La profesora.
Okay, chickadees, so we're going to continue. Last week we read this very first little mini paragraph here, and the title is ¿Cómo son las clases? Let's get really close here, take a look. All right, can you read that for us, Victoria?
Es una clase pequeña. ¿Cuántos alumnos hay en la clase? Hay pocos alumnos en la clase. Es una clase aburrida.
Good. Now notice the word pequeña. We learned this last week. It's a small class. How many students are in the class? There are a few students in the class. It's a boring class. And remember we talked about this last week. We talked about el profesor. He's trying to teach, but maybe his tone is very, very boring. We don't know, and they're not really enjoying that class. So let's move on to the second paragraph here. I'll read this one. Es una clase grande. Hay muchos alumnos en la clase. Es una clase interesante. So, Victoria, what does this first sentence mean?
It's a large class.
Good. And what word here means large or big?
Grande.
Fantastic. And hay muchos alumnos en la clase, what does that mean?
There are lots of students in the class.
Perfect. And es una clase interesante?
It's an interesting class.
Good. So notice, guys, this adjective interesante looks just like interesting. It's a cognate, so it's not hard. Also, the word I. Everyone say that with me. I. I means there is or there are. And this chapter uses the word I a lot. So be careful and learn that word with me. I means there is or there are. Then let's go down here to this girl, and she is talking about her Spanish class. Victoria, can you read that for us?
El curso de español no es difícil, es fácil.
Good. And I think this is true. It's saying the Spanish course is not difficult, it's easy. Fácil means easy, difícil means difficult. Okay, guys, last part up here. Read that for us, Victoria.
El curso de matemáticas es bastante difícil, duro.
Right. So there's two ways that you could say this. You could say el curso de matemáticas, the mathematics course, es bastante difícil. It's pretty difficult. Or if you don't want to say the word difícil, you can say es bastante duro, which means it's pretty hard. Either way, this kid is not enjoying his mathematics course. Apparently, it is a little hard. Let's notice this little box here called nota. And Victoria, could you read that part for us once again?
Once again, you will see how many Spanish words you already know because they are cognates. You should have no trouble guessing the meaning of these words.
Good. Guys, you know these words. They're all cognates, which means they look the same as English and Spanish, and they pretty much sound similar, and they mean the same. So here we go. El curso, la clase, el profesor, la profesora. Tell us the meaning, Victoria.
The course or the class.
Good.
The male professor, the female professor.
Excellent. Inteligente obviously means what, Victoria?
Intelligent.
Interesante.
Interesting.
Popular.
Popular.
Dominicano.
Dominican.
Ecuatoriano.
Ecuadorian.
Panameño.
From Panama.
Right, Panamanian. All right, guys, so this is page 45 of our red textbook. So fifth grade, in order to continue some of our vocabulario, some of our vocabulary that we do know, we're going to do section 1, but we're going to do this orally, so you don't have to write anything down, but I do want you to listen carefully, and also I would love for you to repeat at home. Let's look at this picture first. Victoria, what can you tell us about the caption here?
Plaza San Martín, Buenos Aires, Argentina.
So what do you think that means by looking carefully at this picture?
They're hanging out in a certain plaza in the city of Buenos Aires in Argentina.
Right, and a plaza is actually kind of like a square, you know? Washington, D.C. has some squares sometimes, and there's like monuments there. People like to hang out. People kind of sit here and have like, I don't know, lunch or something. And in Europe, they call them piazzas. Like in Italy, it's the piazza. It's kind of the same thing as a plaza. Now, Buenos Aires is the capital of what country, Victoria?
Argentina.
Argentina, and they're friends, they're alumnos, they're students, and they're hanging out. Now, if we zoom in just a little or get a little closer, we notice how many alumnas do you see, Victoria?
Dos.
Dos. And how many alumnos?
Dos.
Dos. All right, so now let's slide over to our question number 1. Son amigas Sara y Julia. Are Sarah and Julia friends? We're going to say yes for all of these. How would I say that in a full sentence? Could you help us out, Victoria?
Sí, Sara y Julia son amigas.
Perfect. So she would say, sí, Sara y Julia son amigas. Yes, Sarah and Julia are friends. All right, number 2. Why don't you read the question, Victoria?
¿Son amigos David y Alejandro?
Good. Son amigos David y Alejandro. Are David and Alejandro friends? Well, let's take a look at the picture. I would say so. They're all kind of hanging out. They're talking. So we're going to say sí. David y Alejandro son amigos. Now, Victoria, could you help us out? Can you help 5th and 6th grade out? How come when we talk about David and Alejandro, it's amigos, but then it changes here? Why is that?
Well, Sarah y Julia are girls, so they're amigas. And then David and Alejandro are guys, so they're amigos.
Perfect. Good explanation. All right, number 3. Can you read that for us?
¿Son argentinos o mexicanos los 4 amigos?
Good. Are the 4 friends Argentinian or Mexican? Well, obviously, if we look back at the picture and we read the caption, if they're hanging out at Plaza San Martin, which is located in Buenos Aires, what do you think the answer would be, Victoria?
Argentinos.
Good. So let's say it in a full sentence. Los 4 amigos son argentinos. All right, guys, say that at home. Los 4 amigos son argentinos. All right, number 2, Victoria, ask it for us.
¿Son de Buenos Aires o de Puebla?
Good. Are they from the town of Puebla or Buenos Aires? Well, the answer is right here. They're obviously from where, Victoria?
Buenos Aires.
So let's go back over here and give that to us in a full sentence, Victoria.
Los 4 amigos argentinos son de Buenos Aires.
Good. You could say like that, guys. For all of you guys that really have this under control, that would be a good way to say it. Or you could say son de Buenos Aires. You could say ellos son de Buenos Aires. That would be another way to say it if the other way was too hard for you. But both work. And the last one, you go ahead and ask it and I'll answer it, Victoria.
¿Son ellos alumnos muy buenos?
Good. Are they good? Are they very good students? And I'm going to say sí. Ellos son muy buenos alumnos. All right, guys, so we just expressed some things about 4 friends from Argentina. So, boys and girls, if we turn to page 48, page 48, we are going to learn about los cursos escolares. Now, I do not want to make this video too long, so we're only going to focus on these 3, which are las ciencias. Victoria, what are las ciencias?
The science courses.
Right, the science classes or the science courses. So there are 3 here. Victoria, could you read them for us?
La biología, la química, la física.
Perfecto. La biología, la química y la física. What's la biología, Victoria?
Biology.
What's la química?
Chemistry.
And what's física?
Physics.
Good. What do you notice about the first letter of each of those subject courses? What do you notice there?
They're all feminine.
Very good. They are all feminine. And are they lowercase or capital?
Lowercase.
Good. So in Spanish, we do not capitalize subjects, like school subjects. But do we capitalize them in English, Victoria?
Yes.
Yes, we do. So that's one major difference. Almost about to show you your assignment, which is lesson 8 assignment. We have already introduced our course-related vocab, so we took care of that objective. And we're about to express that a certain class is easy or hard. We're just about to do that. And we already saw how to write course subjects appropriately in Spanish, how they are not to be capitalized, and we'll practice a little bit more on the board. Before I continue, the code for this video, boys and girls, code number 846. Can you say that, Victoria?
846.
Perfect. 846, 846, write it down. Okay, boys and girls, you're going to see an example here. I'm going to give you a subject, el curso de física. That means the physics course. And we are going to express that it's easy. So can you read the purple sentence for us, Victoria?
El curso de física es fácil.
What does that mean?
The physics class is easy.
Good. Es is the verb, right, Victoria? And it means is, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And fácil means what?
Easy.
Easy. And notice that the letter F for física is what?
Lowercase.
Lowercase. Boys and girls, you do not capitalize it. Okay, now I'm going to give you another course. Can you read that, Monica, for us?
El curso de historia.
Perfecto. El curso de historia. Now, Monica, do you have any idea what that means?
It means the history class.
Perfect. The history class or the history course. Now, I want to say that the history class is easy. So I'm going to copy what's in black, el curso de historia. And then, Monica, what do I put at the end of my sentence to mean is
Es
easy?
fácil.
Right. Es fácil. Perfecto. So, el curso de historia es fácil. Boys and girls, repeat that with me at home. El curso de historia es fácil. Notice again, boys and girls, the word fácil means what, Victoria?
Easy.
And the word history has a what here?
Lowercase.
Lowercase. We do not capitalize course subjects as we do in English. So let's go ahead and do another one. I'm going to give you another course subject. El curso de... The one we learned today was biología, so let's use that one. Notice I have an accent over the I there, boys and girls. Okay, so Victoria, what is el curso de biología?
The biology class.
Good. So I want to say that the biology class is easy. How would I say that?
El curso de biología es fácil.
Excelente. Notice what Victoria did. She restated that, and then she wrote es fácil. Now this is actually muy fácil, boys and girls. This is easy. El curso de biología es fácil. Okay, before we continue, what if let me put that sock on, guys, my little purple sock. What if I want to say that the biology course is difficult? I would erase fácil, and what would I put there, guys?
Difícil.
Difícil, all right? Difícil. Now, boys and girls, I need a little accent mark here, and it is over the second I right here. So, el curso de biología es difícil. Alrighty, 5th and 6th grade, let's just do 2 more examples. That way, when you get to your assignment, this will be super easy. So number 3, Victoria, can you read the black phrase for us?
El curso de química.
Okay, we want to say that el curso de química is easy. So what do I do, Victoria? How do I do this? Walk me through it.
El curso de química, you're just going to write what was just written.
Okay.
And then you're going to say es, which
Uh-huh.
is the verb, and fácil, which means easy.
Excellent. And where does my accent mark
On
go
the
over
A.
fácil? All right. Read that slowly for us.
El curso de química es fácil.
Good. Everybody, el curso de química es fácil. The chemistry course is easy. Now, the last example I'm going to give you, boys and girls, before I show you your assignment is number 4. And we're going to say that this subject is hard. How do we say hard, Victoria?
Difícil.
Difícil. So let's say física, okay? We're going to do física again. El curso de física, which means what, Victoria?
The physics class.
The physics class. And now we're going to say that it's hard. So can you give us the answer?
El curso de física es difícil o es
Very
duro.
good. Very good. You can either say it's hard, which is duro, or you could say difícil. But we don't want anybody to get confused. So let's just say el curso de física es difícil. There we go. So boys and girls, remember that the letter has to be lowercase. Now, Victoria, can you talk to my students and tell them what happens if they capitalize física?
You will get points off, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, guys. So if you make this capital, you are following a grammatical rule in English and not in Spanish. So be sure that your subject courses are lowercase at all time. Difícil means difficult. Fácil means easy. Okay. So assignment number 8, boys and girls, week 8. We are almost there, boys and girls. This is due May 8th. All right, you get 2 points for your first and last name. 6th grade, 5th grade. Don't forget tu nombre, la fecha. So let's think about the date. This is for the week of May 4th. So I am going to say 4 de, and let's have Victoria help us. How do you say May in Spanish, Victoria?
Mayo.
Mayo. And do I capitalize it or do I keep it lowercase?
Keep it lowercase.
You got it. All right, Victoria. De 2020. 4 de mayo de 2020. The directions are write them twice. Do not translate. Do not translate. Am I going to translate? Nope. All right, just read these for us, Victoria. Go.
Grande, interesante, bastante difícil, bastante duro, el profesor, la profesora, fácil.
I went over all of these in the video. Don't forget, grande is big, interesante is interesting. But do I translate these, Victoria?
No.
I write them 2 times each. In what language?
Spanish.
You got it. All right, directions for the bottom. Read its Spanish sentence and you bubble in the one that gives you the correct translation. El curso de biología es bastante duro. Be careful. I went over what bastante duro means in the video. If you don't remember, go back and check it out. All right, you can read these on yourself. Section 3 is the section that might be a little bit more difficult. More difícil. So basically, you're going to follow the example to answer number 4 and 5. Here we go. El curso de biología. You're going to say each course is easy in Spanish. So you would say, el curso de biología es fácil. Example number 2, el curso de matemáticas, mathematics course. Their sentence is, el curso de matemáticas es fácil. Boys and girls, your punto counts, your period counts, capital letter at the beginning of the sentence. Química has a lowercase q. And Victoria, why would you have a lowercase e here? Why would that happen?
Because it's a course and it should not be capitalized.
Right.
That's the grammatical rule.
That's right. El curso de español means Spanish course. You do not capitalize. All right, video code question. Monica, read number 6.
How many years has Deja Blue been in the local area?
If you did not watch the video, you're not going to know what Deja Blue is. But if you did watch the video, you will know. And if you don't, start at the beginning and watch the video. It is worth 8 points. If you don't get this right, guys, your grade is going to go down a little bit. You must watch all the video. That is considered your attendance for the class. And the last question, Monica.
What is the code's number for this video?
Oh my gosh, Ms. Webster, what is that code number? I already gave it to you. All right, guys, this is the end of lesson 8. Wishing you all an amazing week, and I will see you again next week. Take care.